What's up, guys? It's the Speed Channel once again, and I'm here for my second video on the channel. And I recently just got the Racing Red Jackson Storm Special Edition from Mattel, the new 2021 line. Obviously, because you can see because it says 2021 right there. So, but yeah, so this is the new series that they released on for the main line for the singles. For case D, I think, for 2021, and so this is my review of him. I just got him in the mail actually off of Amazon. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get into the review. Okay, so the first thing I want to go over in this review, obviously, is just the car while it's in the box. So obviously we have the very nice character art for Jackson Storm. He looks really nice. I'm glad they actually matched up the character art with his actual car, because a lot of the times they'll put like a stock version of the character when the car in the package is supposed to be different. Like, I can bring up an example real quickly. Let me go ahead and get a box. So this one is supposed to be the Silver Series Jackson Storm, and they gave him the regular black character art when it says Silver Series right there. So that's just an example. But I'm glad they did it. Now that 2021, they're starting to change, so that's good. They're making some improvements. It's very minor detail, but it just shows how much effort they put into the box when they actually get the proper character art for the car. So, but yeah, it all looks really nice. And we're gonna go ahead and look at the back. Obviously, it says Jackson Storm in a bunch of languages there for international fans as well. The Racing Red logo, the car itself. Then the back, obviously, it has all the regular stuff like choking hazard, everything like that, right? And then obviously right now, they actually have a major release as well, but I do not have that one yet because he has not been released in the US yet. So whenever he does, then I'll go ahead and try to get him. But right now, Mater is only released in the UK and parts of Europe. So right now he has not been released in the US, but whenever he does, then I'm gonna try to get my hands on him. I mean, I could get him from like eBay seller or something like that, but sometimes they're not trustworthy. So yeah, we'll go ahead and move out into it from outside the box. So let's go ahead and unbox him here. So for these boxes, I actually like to keep the card like halfway stuck to it, because if I ever want to repackage them or something, like all my cars, I have a way to like make it to reseal it with like getting like one of those resealing staplers that has like adhesive on them. So that's why I like to keep them like not opened all the way. So there's the car. We'll go ahead and flip this back into the box. Go ahead and close that up for now. Yep, okay, good. Alright, so this is the car. It's a very nice car, actually. When you look at it, the red really looks nice. Obviously this is the Thailand release. I don't know if you can see that. It's very hard to see. Yeah, Thailand right there. Yeah, so this is the Thailand release. Obviously I can bring out the original Jackson Storm right here to get a comparison. So this is the China release, obviously, of Jackson Storm. They have not released a Thailand Jackson Storm yet, except for this one, obviously. This one, also the Silver Series Jackson Storm was also made from Thailand, but that one does not include all the new features that this one does. For example, this one has a way different expression from this black one. His one over here looks a lot more determined. Well, this one looks, it looks determined, but it's nowhere near as cool as, or not cool. It's still very cool, but it's just different. So that's one difference. And then another one is that the igniter on the back, it's very hard to see on the black version. You can barely see it, but I'm really glad. This is what they should have done in the first place with this car, because it's literally almost barely visible on the black one, but on the red one, it's in silver, which is really nice. And then obviously everything else pretty much about him is the same. It's just they changed up some stuff to make him red, obviously. And I think they just basically took away all the black and just switched it with silver. Save for the spoiler, at least. And then the rims, they're a nice red as well. They're kind of like a cherry red compared to the rest of the red, which is like kind of like a strawberry-ish red, I guess you can call it. The one issue I have with the expression is that it's very hard to see on camera, but in person, the rest of the car is metallic red, but the eyebrows are, or the eyelids are a very glossy, regular red. They're not metallic, which I think wouldn't have been too hard for them to just paint it metallic red, but it's whatever. And then the wheels are kind of metallic, but they're more glossy than metallic. I wouldn't really want to call them metallic, but then yeah. And then again, another bone I have to pick with Mattel is that with these metallic cars, they, for some reason, only on Jackson Storm, they paint the entire front of the car in the metallic color, but then in the back, it's like a regular matte color. So this is just like a matte red, while the rest of the car is a vibrant metallic red. It's it's kind of annoying considering how many times they've done this. They did it with the silver one, and now they're doing it with this one as well. So it's just disappointing because I feel like they could have done it and it would look way better if they had it full metallic red. At least in the Silver Series one, it looks kind of decent because they didn't completely. Because they at least switched completely different colors. This one, they just tried to rip off the metallic red and just like play it off like this is like a metallic red. It's definitely not a metallic red. It's more of a glossy maroon, so yeah, it's okay. But let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the car. So obviously he has the contingency sponsors. Well, let me see if I can focus. Yeah, there we go. It's very hard to see though. Thailand, for some reason, has a reputation of having their sponsors and their decals very grainy compared to the China ones. You can see it a lot more clear on China. It's still, the camera still won't pick it up, but if you could see it in person, it would be a lot more clear. But then the Thailand one, you can see the 2.0, carbon fiber, synergy, clutch aid, RPM, and the piston cup logo obviously is in the 2.0 number. And then the igniter logo on the top hood, the liquid adrenaline, then same thing on the back for the spoiler. And my camera is not focusing. Okay, there we go. So yeah, and then this one, obviously Thailand, actually, a lot of people don't know this. China, they have a whole blue or black, whatever the window color is for the car, plate inside of the underneath the actual chassis or body of the car. And then for Thailand, what they've started doing is, originally they used to do that too, but now Thailand has started to incorporate that the window pieces into the actual car. So as you can see, there's no special plate right here, it's just a flat window. So they actually just molded the window into the actual mold of the car. So what I'm hoping they do is whenever Thailand gets around to making a Thailand version of the China Jackson Storm, they take all the stuff that Thailand Jackson Storm had, like the new expression and the updated spoiler, and place it on the China or the regular Jackson Storm, because that would make for a better Jackson Storm than we already have. But obviously I would like for them to upgrade their quality on the decals, because you can barely see the sponsors. They're very grainy on the Thailand diecasts. So yeah, and then obviously you got the roof flaps. All piston cup cars have that, and as well as real life fast cars. The headlights are the same. The tail lights are the same. He does not have the rookie stripes like this one, obviously. Oops, I just dropped my camera. Yeah, so sorry about that. But yeah, his taillights are the same, and he does not have the rookie stripes like the regular Jackson Storm does. Because I guess they're just inferring that this is the Jackson Storm after he won the Piston Cup in the movie. But if that was the case, they should have put the Piston Cup champion logo on him on his rear, which is how it's accurate in the movie. He actually gets like a decal that says Piston Cup champion after he wins the Piston Cup championship in Cars 3. But you know, a very small detail, but it would still be nice to have that. And yeah, so then the only really big now change that they have added is the blue accents, where it would be on this car, are now all silver on this car. So it's really nice actually that they chose silver. It's just the S could look a lot better, but it kind of looks like scales on a fish. It's kind of weird. I don't like that, but it's a nice. I know what they were trying to go for. I just think they could have done a little bit better job with it, because it kind of looks like the black. They put a black outline around the S, which kind of kills the S. I think it would look a lot nicer if it was just silver there to pop out. Well, actually, on the card art, it shows a black S, or like a grayish gradient S, with a white outlining or a silver outlining. While it's the opposite of this one. It has a silver S with a black outlining, a very faint black outlining. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the review. I do definitely recommend getting this car. It's a very nice car. Aside from some of the tiny details that were not great that they could have probably done, I think this was a nice car. That's just a comparison between them, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.